once again, welcome to everyone here. Where I live, it was raining cats and dogs till yesterday. Today, it is bright and sunny outside. I will say it's a good portent because we have this program just for you. 1 hour of power-packed performance. Again, a formal welcome to everyone here. I have with me my guest for today. I have with me, let's call him a resource person for today, but my very, very favorite and dear student, one of my best students actually. We have here Shubham Prasanna Gupta. Hi, Shubham.
Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic, and I'm very happy to see you after quite a long time
It's
actually.
a long time I've seen you like this.
Yeah, and you have become a little bigger, but anyway, I might have given you a warm hug if we were together here, but anyway.
Right, right.
Yes. So the participants, as you may know, it's a very short session. Uh, it is all about Shubham. I'm going to ask him some questions in the beginning so that we can get to know him better. We will finish this by 5:15, and the last 15 minutes will be for you, the participants, so that you can interact with Shubham. All right, Shubham, maybe Shubham sir. Should I call you Shubham sir? Anyway, so a brief introduction of Shubham first. Shubham has been my student for many years now, for 3 years. He just qualified with the BMS degree 3 months ago and is currently working a really fantastic full-time job. I know him to be a very enthusiastic person, always happy to help, a big-hearted person. But the most important thing is he's a person who's always willing to help. He was always there for everyone, for the teachers, for other people. I know him as a hobby biker, and after doing all these things, he stood topper of his class in I think we will come to know about those things very soon. So he is a kind of a man for all season. He's the boy who has done everything that every students want to do. I mean, if I was directing a Karan Johar movie here, he would be my lead actor. Uh, uh, Shaved and everything, Shivam, don't mind. But he would be my lead actor. He can fight with the gundas, he can ride a bike, he can play the guitar, he can get the girl. That is Shivam. And that's the reason we have him here. Shivam, I'm very happy to see you. Let us start with the beginning.
Thank you
So,
very much for such a warm welcome, sir.
all right, let us start where it all began. Shubham, I know you were, I think, born and brought up in Kolkata, West Bengal,
Yes, yes, yes,
right?
yes. I
And
have been in Kolkata since class 12.
right, say you came to Mumbai for your undergrad degree for BMS.
Yeah, for BMS.
Yeah. So let us start from there. Why? How was it?
So in Kolkata, BMS is not that famous. Everywhere we see BBA, 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 but BMS is something that is apart from BBA. BBA covers a big part, but if you're planning to do MBA or MMS, then BMS is the subject, is the course that will cover a bigger portion of the masters basically. So I was planning to do BMS. So I had two options with me: either Xavier's Kolkata, that was very much difficult for me to crack, as we know Xavier's. And then I had the other two options is that Delhi and Bombay. So I didn't go for Delhi University after getting my class 12 results and all. So I planned for Mumbai University basically. So came here in Mumbai around in June. It was in June. I came here, applied the Mumbai University, all the colleges, Bhavan's College, Sagar College, these colleges, and yes, I came in Mumbai and I got selected in the college and the first list itself. And yes, it how started. And BMS, doing BMS was one of my dream, yeah, because I checked with BBA and BMS, we compared all the courses available. BMS was BMS covered a huge part. So I yes, BMS was my first option, and it also got. Means I also did CS parallelly with BMS because BMS first year and CS foundation was exactly the same subject, so it helped me a lot in completing my CS foundation as well.
Okay, so have you completed CS? Are you a
I
company
mean,
secretary now?
I am still completing CS since I'm in CS professional right now.
Okay, that sounds good to me. But how did Mumbai feel to you, Shubham? How was Mumbai? and
So
for your first entry
initially,
here.
initially when I came to Mumbai, my mom dad left me here and went away to hometown. I was like, how will I tackle myself here? It's a big city. I don't know anyone. I had no clue what to do. The only task of the day was to come down from my flat, go to college, have my studies, and again go to back to my PG. Nothing else. So after that, day by day, I came to know Mumbai. I came to know some of my roommates. Through them, I met some of my friends in my college, and then yes, I explored Mumbai. And now I know that Mumbai is a city where where it is full of opportunities. Just you need to grab those opportunities. If you can grab those opportunities, Mumbai will give you everything that you want. If you are not able to grab those opportunities, it will not give you anything.
Okay, now
So
because you're talking about opportunities and grabbing them, what exactly
yes.
did you do? Come on, tell us that. What exactly did you do? Let us start with the
May,
first year, your first year in Mumbai.
So in first year, basically, you were only my teacher, and you helped me to do my first research project that was on the Dharavi leather market. I believe you remember that, right?
Yes, I do,
Me
yeah.
and one of my friends. Yeah. So we did the research work, and that was a great experience to me. I came to know about the entire leather market, not only in India but across Asia and world. How the leather is exported, from where do people get those leathers and all. What are the types of animals which are used for making leathers and all. So I came to know,
Oh, is that your roommate?
yeah, he's my
All right,
roommate.
all right, yeah, yeah. Give him a punch for on behalf of me later.
Definitely after this session.
Yeah, yeah.
So after that, I also got many presentation competitions. I have been into DES college, that is in Malad, I guess, Malada Goregaon. That I have been into state presentation competition, and I stood first over there. Me and one of my friend Ajit Pal Chauhan, I believe him also, Ajit Pal. So me and Ajit Pal were the partners for each and every presentation and research. So me and Ajit Pal went over there, gave a presentation on the Indian economy. We got the first prize over there, and then again we went to Hinduja College for a district level presentation competition, and we stood third over there. And from Hinduja, from DES, I came to know many people who were there from different colleges, and yes, we formed a group, and there were informations passed, means what are the opportunities they have, what all the opportunities others can get, right? What are the other competitions I can go to? And after gradually in the second year, coming to the second year, I also became the president of the ESEL in our college. And that was the time when I collaborated IIT Bombay with the ESEL of Thakur College, so that we get passes for the tech shows that the IIT Bombay conducts each and every year. And the collaboration, the memorandum of MOM was signed by me, by Principal Ma'am and all. And yes, we went to IIT College for the tech shows.
Okay, so it is so much for me to process at once. So let me check whether my understanding is correct. You came here from West Bengal, Kolkata, in this new big bad city, right? I remember when I came here for the first time, I was really scared. You came here in the first year, you went to a lot of nearby colleges for different competitions. That's
Yeah,
how you made contact with people.
right.
And it just sounds great to me. And when you were in the second year, you made collaboration with IIT Bombay. Oh, that's big. That's big.
Right,
Uh,
yeah. So IIT Bombay was the biggest collaborations of Thakur College, Science and Commerce, till now, with the ESEL basically. Because I still not remember, Prerna was not that much operational that time. Prerna was there, but not that much operational. But after IIT Bombay collaborated, there were two to three sessions conducted by IIT Bombay professors in Thakur College. And then we got access to Utopia. That is the biggest tech competition that is held across in Mumbai. And we around five people applied over there in IIT Bombay, Utopia, and guess we did very well in there.
that is great. Now let us come back and focus on your first year again, because I believe that was your formative year. I mean, we have been together.
Right.
That you mentioned presentation competition on Indian economy.
Yeah, presentistic competition on Indian economy.
All right. And you did this research project where you tried to research the leather business in India by actually doing the field work. For the participant, I want to bring this point up. He was 18, he did the field work at the age of 18, going to Dharavi, going to the interiors of Dharavi, seeing the slaughterhouses, seeing the leather processing factories, and he understood the leather export business model that Dharavi works on. I mean, that is fascinating. I think that was also under ESL. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was under Easel Prerna. We actually went to tanneries and that was fabulous. We actually saw how the leathers were made. The person over there, they showed me the different kinds of leathers, the machineries that were used for making the leathers, how the leathers are exported to different countries, which leathers we keep in India and which leathers go out of India. Basically, we all came to know about that.
Okay. I know one thing. People cannot survive in Mumbai unless they make a really good network. And the way I have seen you growing, I have a very strong faith you have uh, this ability to make network and to harness the potential that the network has. How did you do that? I really want to know. Networking is a very, very important area in 21st century. How did you manage it?
So, coming to building network, see, basically I stayed in a PG, you know. I stay in a PG only. So, in a paying guest, you meet across different people, okay, and the different peoples are from different fields. Some is working at some. For example, one roommate of mine was Shubham Tripathi. He was working in Axis Bank. Okay, and one person Chaitanya Bhaiya. I always tell him Chaitanya Bhaiya. He was working in Mahindra IT, and he was a topper of NIIT, National Institute of Information Technology. One was again Shubham Chakraborty. He was aerospace engineer of IIT Bombay.
Okay.
He used to design rockets and drones. So yes, if you stay in a PG, you come to know across many people. Though when you have a strong bond with your roommates, they take you out. They take you out to meet new people around, so that we can have a good talk on some field and all. And yes, that's how my network built up in Bombay basically.
So, I think you're being a little modest here. I have seen the way you approach people. I see the way you made friends in the class. That was something out of the world. I, I never found you out of place. I never found you struggling to grasp the situation. I never found you wondering, do I fit in? What am I doing? I never found you
No,
questioning
I
your
see.
choices.
If you are in new area and you have to fit in that area, you never should not consider that. But how will I fit in? You have to fit in over there. Okay, so don't judge yourself. So what I used to do is that I never judged myself that how will I fit in? Would I be able to cope up or not? My mindset was only that I have to cope up and I have to do something over here because I am here. Okay, so I have started talking with other people, my friends, my uh, classmates, and all. I made friendship with them, and yes, I know how to make bonds. I know how to make bond with other people like that.
Yeah, but I still feel when you talk about making a network, you are giving a lot of credit to chance. No, my roommate was an IT and my roommate was from NIT. But anyway, let us leave it at that. Uh, you spoke a lot about extracurricular things and things like that. What about academics, Shubham? How were you there? How did you manage that?
So academics, I only used to study around 2 to 3 hours a day, basically, with the notes.
That's quite a consistency, actually. Yeah.
With the notes that you gave. Okay, and very frankly speaking, the academics part is not means I studied, but 2 to 3 hours also in between 1 hour vanished in doing phone and all like that. But the main study that I did was 2 to 3 days before the exam. If you study around 2 to 3 hours also now, then it would be great to at least get good marks in your exams and all. So and you have to cope up with that. Means you're like not that you just studying and you're just reading that. You have to understand.
Shubham, I must ask you to stop here. You are not telling me what I want to hear from you. The audience, I will say, Shubham stood the first in his class. Yeah, he did
And
all the things everywhere, and he stood first in his class. Okay, that was something extraordinary. I will say. I never remember you as a studious person, but Honestly, I thought you were lying
I
now.
was never a studious person. I was never a studious person. I also don't know how I became, but I guess I became that time. I studied, yeah. But means sometimes what happens is that when you get means when you are thinking that yes, because my second means third semester I stood first in my exam, my second semester was not that great. That time I became a little serious that yes, I need to study now because I have to get good marks, otherwise I will not get jobs and all. Because that time we knew that the jobs were depending on numbers. Right now it's not like that. So I have to get good marks and all. Yes, I studied that time around 2 to 3 hours a day. I literally studied very well so that I can pass the exam. But anyhow, I became first in the class.
Okay. Now, I think our audience would have a great interest in knowing about harnessing the opportunities that are made available by the college. So, did you do anything by going out of your way? Did you take part in different college events? Did you, what can I say, delegate yourself to make something happen? Of course, that IIT collaboration, I remember that. But at the very
Mhm.
basic level, at the first year level, a lot of our students here, I believe, are the first year students.
Right. So, see, coming to the college, how I got opportunities is that other teachers over there, the teachers, extremely helpful to me. They only told me that they know me, that how I am, how I can cope up, and what are the things that I can do. They approached me. I also approached them sometime that, ma'am, I want to do this, sir, I want to do this. How can I do? Okay, means you need to upfrontly approach. Opportunities will not come to you walking towards you. You need to approach towards those opportunities, right? So if I consider you only, I only asked you, came and asked you that is there any kind of competition that is going on and all. So yes, you need to approach to the teachers. You need to ask them that is there anything that I can do? Is there any fest that is going on in this college where I can take part or I can organize or I can be in the admin departments and all. Okay. So, see, teachers helped me very much in the first year. I still now I remember some teachers who helped me, means telling me that Shivam, there is an opportunity, you need to go there. Means they never told me that if you want, you will go. You need to go. And I went there. Yes, I got a good exposure there. So the first resource in the college that is the teachers, and then you have your classmates. Your classmates also have different opportunities. The classmates knows much more because they are some of the classmates might be locals of Mumbai. They will know much more than you know Mumbai, right? So first is teachers and then is your classmates. It's just happened like that.
Okay. You are a management student. You have done a lot of other things. I'll come to that. But you are basically a management student. So, working on different events in the college, did that help you in any way beyond what
Yeah,
you are learning in classroom?
definitely that helped me. For example, I worked in the college fest. Okay, I was in the admin department, basically the digital admin department, where I used to keep the registrations of all. So I'll tell very frankly, I didn't know how to go in depth of Excels and all, Microsoft Excels and all. From that college fest only, I came to know how to use Microsoft Excel in depth with including formulas and all. Those also help develop you, to grow you. Those things also help. They help in managing how to do a proper management. Means what to do first, what to do second, how to do time management. Okay, which time to be taken out from your daily schedule so that you can do extracurricular activities apart from your studies, apart from college. So those things the fests teach you. The fest or the fest while you are organizing the fest, those things teach you. Experience always helps.
Right. And does this experience also help professionally in the future?
Definitely. If you are very well in time management, if you're very well in managing things, it will definitely help you in your professional career also.
Now, I'm coming to the part where you tell us how your career growth has been. But before that, uh, was there an incident that you can share with us which you think was the defining point of your 3 years of college, or a turning point, sort of, or a very, very important incident that is very close to your heart?
So the very important incident that is very close to my heart is my first job. That's very close to me. So I still remember in April, in the month of April, I believe we got a lockdown, right, in 2020. So in April we got a lockdown, and I was sitting at home, no college, nothing, no studies, and so I was just going to Google and all. When is this going lockdown going to get over? I was having words with my family. Lockdown, in lockdown there was many problems also. Apart from this, there were many other problems also. You have to manage everything on your own like that. So I thought of kickstarting my career right now because see, in lockdown I have one more. I came to know one thing that in lockdown many people got unemployed. Right, many sectors unemployed different people.
Shubham, you're mute.
Yeah. So yeah, what I was telling is that in lockdown, basically many people got unemployed. But there is not only one sector in the entire world. There are different sectors. Okay. Now, if you come to see, if one sector is unemploying people, the other sector will because there is a vast scope of employment in that area, and the companies that are in that particular sector, those who are employing people will get employees very cheap because employees are hunting for job that time. They are not sitting with, they're hunting for job. So yes, I also took that opportunity. I just saw that yes, there is a sector that is a BPO industry, mainly the call centers industry. They are hiring people. This lockdown phase as well. Those are very stable during the lockdown. They are not following the policy of. I think you are muting me also. Ashit sir.
I am so sorry. One sec.
Yeah. Team, please make sure the participants are mute and they cannot unmute themselves at this moment because we are getting some disturbance. We will unmute them in 10 more minutes. Yes, Shubham, please continue. Yes, so you got your first job in the BPO sector.
So what I was telling is, I was means if one sector is unemploying people, the other sector will definitely employ people because they will get cheap employees that time at that particular point of time because people are hunting for job that time. And yes, I found that. So the BPO sectors were hiring people, and not only one people. There were many BPOs. Those
But
who were
wait, let me come to the more important, the crux of the matter. You got a
right.
job in BPO sector. When was that? You were in what? Had you finished your graduation at that time?
No. In second year, second
You were
year
in
of
the
my
second
college.
year. Okay, you were in the
Yeah,
second year when you got your first job. Was it a full-time job?
it was a full time job in Tech
No,
Mahindra.
no internship, full-time job.
Full time job.
All right. Okay, amazing. Now, because you mentioned lockdown, that is a very important question that I wanted to ask you. A lot of our students here feel that, the lockdown batch, and that would be a
Mhm.
stigma somehow. Okay, the corona batch, that would be the stigma. We are all learning from home, and somehow it is uh, the second best. Not what they wanted, not very optimum. You, Shubham, are the true lockdown batch. I mean, my students are not. They are in first year right now, and when they qualify with their degree, things would be normal. But you joined college in the first year when everything was normal, and you got your degree during the lockdown. You answered your entire third year during the lockdown. How did you manage that? And what do you feel about the stigma of being a lockdown student, Corona student, whatever?
So, first of all, I was enjoying a lot, very frankly, because no college, no studies, no exams. Got our second year results also like that only, without giving exams and all. So, in the third year phase, when the online classes came up, okay, initially, yes, felt a lot of problem. Yes, how to cope up because see, if you're going to a classroom and studying, and if you're studying online, it's very much different. Okay, now so yes, initially it was a bit problem, but gradually yes, I coped up, we all coped up basically in the entire batch, and yes, we were learning things, right? So if if you're looking at it yourself as a lockdown batch, basically as a COVID batch, okay, so I'm from a professional world right now. Okay, I will come to the professional part only. So if the lockdown batch will be only considered when you will go for a job. Okay, that these people are the lockdown uh, batch wala people. Okay, so now in your job, I have given many interviews till from second year till now. I have given around 9 to 10 interviews in different companies. Okay, I have seen one common thing. They never check your marks. They never check which batch you are. Okay. They will only see what knowledge you have. What is the particular knowledge? They will never see your results also. They will just take your results as a part of documentation that yes, this person or this candidate has cleared his graduation or is in the second year or has cleared SSC. Okay. They will never ask you in an interview how much you got. Okay. That's a complete false statement that yes, companies hunt for people looking for marks in that meant how much you have got. If you have got 90%, then you're selected, and nothing like that. A person getting 30% if he is in the qualification level means each and every company set a qualification level. Like if you get more than 60%, you are eligible to apply in that company. Okay. If you're if you're 60% also, but if you're going to that company giving your entire knowledge to them, they are checking that yes, you have that kind of knowledge that will help them. They will immediately hire. They will not think of anything else.
So when the world was being unemployed, you got many jobs one after the other.
Yes,
When you weren't
but
in.
that also only the BPO sector.
Okay,
It was the
interesting.
only sector that was hiring at that time.
Okay, so knowing where the opportunity lies is also important, right? And which country were you
Right.
dealing with? Were you that Indian IT guy dealing with the foreign clients?
Yeah, so I was dealing with UK clients, United Kingdoms, and I was working for the biggest telecom industry in UK, that was Hutchinson 3, that was taken over, where Vodafone took over 3 in India. Because if you know, Hutch, we had a telecom that was Hutch. That was basically Hutchinson 3 in India. After that, Vodafone took it over in India. But in UK, in US, it's still three industries. So I was working for 3 as a customer service representative, and then I also got a promotion as a SME, a subject matter expert in that company. In Tech Mahindra, basically, I was in a third-party payroll for Hutchinson 3. I was in first-party payroll of Tech Mahindra. Okay, and every day I was dealing with UK clients.
Okay, and what about your situation today? Did you continue that job after getting a BMS degree? Where do you stand today?
So after getting a BMS degree, I didn't feel like working in a BPO industry because BPO industry is very good. I will not blame that industry, but because that was the industry that I first worked in. But yes, growth is very slow. It's extremely slow. You have to around work like 6 7 years, and after that you will get a promotion in your career life. And I always wanted to shift myself to a corporate role, basically a proper corporate role. So I found out a company, means from LinkedIn itself, that was First Advantage, and it's a hardcore background check company, and it is also listed in the first 500 Forbes. And I gave interview over there, and I was selected as an operations analyst over there.
Okay, so you are in
And
the
I'm
company that
working.
does background checks. Okay,
Yeah, so
so if
we
you try to do
basically
my
do
background check, what are you likely to find out exactly?
basically have done any kind of corporate for fraud or civil fraud or credit fraud or not.
Okay, so basically you'll find nothing. All right. Okay, so
So over here, my clients are like Deloitte's, Cognizant's. Like that.
now one thing that I know some people might be thinking about here, only if you're comfortable. This is
Right.
your first formal job. I'm calling it a formal job because this is the first job you took after completing your graduation. Uh,
Mhm.
will you be comfortable letting the audience know what is your salary? Only if you're comfortable.
More than 30 up till 40.
Okay, okay, that's quite a broad range from 30 to 40. All right. I will, shall I take it 40?
Right? Yeah, you can take 40.
Okay. Now, can you give us a comparison, Shubham? Where do your other classmates stand when it comes to the job situation versus you?
See, I don't know much about them. Right. See, after the lockdown, there was not much contact, but I guess I have came across 2 to 3 classmates who have got a opportunity from a placement cell itself, from the college placement cell, and they have got opportunities in companies like Byju's and Asian Paints in sales, and it was posted by the college itself, and Their annual package was around 2.5 LP.
2.5 lakhs. So that I think that translates into what, 20,000 a month?
20,000, 20 to 25,000 a month.
You're getting double of that? You're getting double of that? Are you getting double of that?
Right, yeah,
Okay.
right now I'm getting
Okay.
double.
Okay. How does that make you feel about yourself? You're earning twice more than your classmates. That's good. And I don't think everyone from your class has a job, right? Or do they?
Not everyone. Some of them has diverted them towards their family business, towards MBA, and some are doing jobs.
Okay. Uh, Shubham, lockdown has been particularly difficult for a lot of people here. Uh,
Right.
did you face any problem? I'm asking this question only so that it helps the audience see that no matter what happens, जज्बा है तो सब मुमकिन है.
Right, yeah. We faced difficulties. I will not deny that we did not face difficulties in lockdown. We also faced, basically during the lockdown only, I was planning to go home, but I got stuck in Mumbai because of my job. And I had to manage everything. There was no tiffin service, nothing. Everything was shut down. I only had to cook food and all. And yes, I also means when I was working, means basically I started working because I also wanted to be independent a bit. I also wanted to support my family a bit. Yes. So lockdown had been difficult, but yes, if you have that, you have to cope up with it. Then no one can stop you basically. That's true.
All right. That's quite interesting. Okay, Shubham, this is a lot that I wanted to know actually, and I think you have covered most of the important points here. Uh, Towards the end, is there any advice that you would like to give to our students? A general advice. Be philosophical if you must, and maybe like the Bade Bhaiya kind of advice. Something that you want to tell them. Anything at all, anything whatsoever. It can be college life, of course, about college level, 3 years of college life.
See, the only thing that I would like to tell you guys is that take the best of out of it. Means there are many things apart from the studies that you're doing in your college. There are many things apart from that also. For example, the competitions. If I take the competitions are still going on, but those are online competitions. But you can still go and participate. You will learn many things from those competitions. Not only 1% but 2%. If you're gaining knowledge only by reading a book, around 20%. If you're going in a competition, you're doing a hardcore research for that competition. You're making a presentation basically. You will get 50% of knowledge about that topic by going to a competition. And then I would also recommend you to go for NPTEL courses, as Harshit sir only once recommended me for NPTEL courses, and there you will do different types of field courses from different colleges. For example, there are courses like cost accounting that can be done by IIT Bombay or IIT Bangalore or from IIMs. So you will get IIM and IIT certified certificates after completing those courses, after giving the examination. So those are very good, and those things will help you very much in your future. So don't just get stuck to your books and all. Don't just get stuck to your college. Come out of your college, go to different competitions, go to different courses, give different means explore different aspects of your college life. What all you can do, explore each and everything. That all I did.
Shubham, thank you for that. I have a lot more questions actually, but you are being very, very modest about yourself. I want to tell a few things to the audience about Shubham here. This guy, let us take a recap. He has a management degree, that is PMS. He did certificate courses from IIT in finance. He did research of kick-ass level, I will say, really high quality research. Aren't you involved in a research project right now?
Yeah, I am involved in a research project right now. Basically, I have worked in BPO sectors, so I have seen people. Means in BPO sectors, we have automation. Some of the works are done by automatic, means AI, basically artificial intelligence. We have automation. So I'm basically doing a research that ever can automation completely take over BPOs. See, there is one aspect in a BPO that in a BPO, in a call center, basically, if you're a customer, you will call me. You can connect to a human being emotionally, right? You can have a word to me. You can interact with me. We can connect emotionally. We can resolve a problem or an issue that you're facing. But can an automation or a bot can do that? So if
Interesting. Okay.
most of the works are done by a bot, that can also be done, right?
So whether artificial intelligence will completely take over BPO sector one day, that is your current research topic. I find it
Yeah.
absolutely fascinating, Shubham. That is really great. Now, in addition, again, one point for the audience. Shubham just mentioned he stood first in class in one of the semesters. In the final exams, he still stood in top five despite having handled all these things. He's also a biker. All by the way, he did not tell that thing. Because I think he felt shy. Did you feel shy telling about that because you do not document your journey on Instagram? I asked him yesterday whether he has an Instagram account for biking, and he said no. So, but yes, I see his WhatsApp status all the time. He's a hobby biker, and well, one very important thing about you, Shubham. How do you maintain such high spirit? How do you maintain such high spirit?
Because if something bad happens in my life, I think that that bad has happened for some good to happen in my life. I don't sit back and cry that yes, it has happened. I need to means I need to think about this only, why this happened, and I need to think about the future, that what will happen in the future after this, after the consequences I've already faced. So that's how you build up a spirit, and yes, you always look forward, and yes, I need to go forward. I do not need to sit back and sit back and moan about that this has happened. I need to go forward, and always I think forward about it. So
Okay.
that's how I spirit in myself.
Aren't you also a coder? You know the programming languages, right? Python
Yeah,
and
I know Python basically. So one of my roommate only taught me,
this,
and
this
yes.
is this is what I mean when I'm calling you modest. All right. So you have
uh,
done so many things. You have done so many things. You have done so many things. I guess I'm 8 or 10 years older than you, and I have done half of the things that you have done, Shivam. I'm coming towards the end. Uh, can you give one advice, particularly about making use of resources already available in the college? Can you tell something about that? Resources in any form, and whether they help you later in the growth in general.
right. So I will consider teachers only as a resource because they were the only resource for me for my growth in the college. Okay. So means the teachers are always available for you. They will never say you that no, I won't be helping you now. I won't be helping you. They're always available for you. I know the teachers. Okay, and yes, approach the teachers upfrontly. They will not come to you. They will not know that what you want in your life, what you want to do. Approach teachers upfrontly and tell them that I want to do this. Is there any kind of opportunity present? How can I do this? What is needed to be done for doing this thing? Okay, approach them, take full use of the resources available. Means disturb them that much that yes, they will give you that opportunity, and you kar le. You do that. And
No, no, I'm already very disturbed. It's okay.
yeah,
Don't tell
so
that.
like that only. After doing that only, I mean, after once or twice you get those opportunities from your teachers now. After that, they will know that yes, this person is available all the time. This person will do things. I will give him the opportunity first, and then I will see that who are the rest present. Okay, so upfrontly go to your teachers, go to different classmates, and tell them, discuss with them what are the opportunities available right now, what is going on in this world right now, and yes, at least keep news that what is going on in this world right now. Okay, because we had a bad habit in the first year that we didn't know what is going on in the world. Right now we had to keep that news that yes, something is going on. So yes, do
It's a good one, yeah.
use of your resources and all, and approach your teachers. Don't be shy not to approach your teachers. Approach your teachers.
Okay, thank you very much, Shubham. It's 5:15 almost, and I'm concluding the formal discussion here. Thanks a lot. For the audience, I'm giving a brief recap of all the points that Shubham mentioned here. Your teachers are your most important fundamental resources. Point number two, you all have opportunities. Please see them and seize them. Point number three, Maintain high spirits. Do not do these things as if they're a task. Do them because you will enjoy and grow.
Definitely.
Make contacts, network, develop a network. It's crucial for your success. Not only in your class, develop a network throughout. Wherever you find opportunities, connect with people. And the last point, never let the opportunities go. You are not doing anything for free. Everything comes back magnified manifold. If you care about money only, well, we have seen an example here. If things do come back in monetary terms as well. So, yes, Shubham, thank you so much for that. Now, I'm coming to the audience. If you have any question, personal, professional, whatever it is, you may ask that to Shubham. Yes, I would really prefer if you ask the question by turning on the microphone. We would really like that. So, audience, do we have any question for Shubham? Yes, anyone? Okay, you may raise the hand at the most and you may ask the question. Do we have any question here? Yes, Maithili, please.
Hi, Shubham. Hi. I actually enjoyed listening to this a lot. I mean,
Yeah,
if
thank
you're Harshat's favorite student, that's quite a big deal. So, what I wanted to know from you is how exactly did you tackle so many activities at once? I mean, if you're studying for 2, 3 hours and then there are extracurriculars, along with, other responsibilities that obviously come from being an active part. So, how did you juggle all of this?
So I'll tell you my entire schedule that I used to follow during when I was in college, basically. So our college was from 7:30, I believe, right? So from 7:30 in the morning till around 12 or 1. So from 7:30, I had all the lectures, all the 5 lectures till 12, and after that, we have a lot of time after that. From 12 till the evening or till 7 or 8 in the night also, you have a lot of time. After having lunch, okay, you will hardly take half an hour or 15 minutes to have the lunch. So the teachers or some of the organizers of some fest are always present in the college after their lectures, and also when after your lectures are finished, spend some time in your college and see what is happening around, because the main life of the college is after the lectures. When you come to know that there is a fest today, there is a fest tomorrow. Yes, I can go and apply in that fest. I can go and apply in that competition. So spend some time after the lectures, and then it will hardly take 2 to 3 hours for you to know your seniors, to know about the fest, to know about the competitions that are going on, to know what is going to happen in your college. Okay, after that, when you return home, or if you have tuitions, you can attend your tuitions and all. So I used to do that. I attended the lectures. After that, I one for 1 hour I spent in my college itself, and then went to my tuition and again came back to college at around 7 or 8 in the night. And then around at 9 I went home back. I There was no one to speak that time. My family were in Kolkata. In call hardly 5-10 minutes I had a word with them. And then from 9 to around 10, 11, max around 11:30 till 11:30 I used to study. Then had my dinner and went to bed. So this was my schedule. So you have to make a proper schedule of your day, and you need to means follow that schedule at each and every point of time. If the schedule breaks, then your entire means you will miss on some opportunities. That is definitely. So if you maintain a schedule, if you maintain a if you maintain a routine, yes, you can manage time. You can do many things.
Well, one point you raised was very important, Shubham, that stay in college beyond lectures. I think that was quite a valuable advice. College is
Yeah,
a, college is a very dense, multi-layered ecosystem which a lot of people fail to understand. I mean, if you keep your eyes
right.
open, you will see the intricacies of it. If you don't keep your eyes open, you will not.
That's very true, because I still remember after the lectures, all the students, all the seniors went down and they went to the meeting room. That was the presentation room beside the principal ma'am's office to meet over there and discuss what is to be done, what is not to be done. And some of the students used to practice in the podium that we had behind our college. So yes, if you stay back after college, you will means after your lectures, you will see what are the things that are happening in your college. You will come to know about many things that the teachers will also not. Will the teachers also don't know about them, but you will come to know many things.
Right. Okay. Do we have any more question? We have time for just one more question here. Do we have any question? Do we have any more question here?
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Uh, uh, my name is Zif Yas, and I have a question that actually I'm for finance department, and the question was that Shubham Bhaiya is telling that in, interaction is the most important in this type of you will give some of the confidence, and it is very important that in interacting with the group of friends or teacher. But now in this pandemic situation, all of the things is going online. So what should we do now? Like we would not get a chance to interact with most of the teacher or students.
So definitely you have. Okay. So do you use WhatsApp basically?
Yes, I do. But
So
in
I believe you would be
interact
having to. Tell me.
interacting face to face is a totally different thing, no? And interacting
I
on
can.
any
I can.
social media app is different.
I can agree to that. But always you have in your WhatsApp two groups. One is a formal group where all the teachers are also included, and one is an informal group. The teachers are never included in that, and they are never invited also. Sorry, we also have one. So in that you will means you can ask that in the formal group only you can ask that what is going on in the college right now. Is there any kind of competition? If you upfrontly don't ask them, the teachers will also not upfrontly see you. Okay, you will only get an advertisement that there is a competition. The number of people want to apply, they can apply. Okay. But if you upfrontly ask, now, the teachers will also feel interested in yes that this student is upfrontly asking that yes he wants to do something, help him out. So that time that kind of sense develops in the teachers here that yes this student wants to do something, I will help that student, and they will contact you after that. Okay,
Yes,
it
but
should be even if it was offline or online. Yeah,
so doing online such thing and participating in each and every or in the most of the events will it help in gaining confidence? Like
it will help you a lot. I had stage fear. I had stage fear, and after I went to three presentations, my stage fear vanished away. I feel like having fear talking in front of 50 people, 20 people like that. I can talk in front of as many as people you give me. Okay, so corporate world or in professional career, you do not need to have that stage fear. You need to be very much courageous because you would be having word with foreign clients or Indian clients basically. If you are having stage fear, if you are not comfortable with interacting with people face to face, not help you out. But applying in this competition, going to these competitions, going for presentation competitions, going for delivering a speech, that will help you.
I cannot stop myself from interjecting here. Shubham says he has stage fear. It's for the audience. Do you know how he started out? He must have mentioned that he went for many presentation competitions on diverse topics from economics and here and there. He won them. But do you know how he started? He started by working on managing one of the biggest allocation competitions in the city. Do you remember that, Shubham? That entire
Yeah.
team
So,
we had a team of only six first year students, all of them first year students. We had a gala, one of the biggest elocution competitions in the city was organized. Shubham was a important guy, very important guy who did that. uh, all right, I will come to more questions, but before that, we have this beautiful link in the chat box. I request all of you to open that link and give us just one word feedback on this session. Please give us just one word feedback on this session.
that link is also for me, I believe.
I will share the screen. I think the feedbacks are already pouring in. And okay, we have amazing that many people must have said. Okay, we have the word cloud forming here. Okay, that is great. Okay, amazing, excellent. The screenshot person, I hope you screenshot this, huh? Motivated, full, helpful, amazing, excellent, great, inspirational, fabulous, encouraging. Okay, thank you so much. Just one word feedback from you. That's all we need. We just need a one word feedback from you. You can submit it twice also if you wish, but just one word feedback. Yes, thank you so much. This encourages us, and next event will be better than this one. Always, always. The next one will be the better than the last one. Yes, thank you so much. Speechless, excellent, great, superb. Yes, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. All right. You can see the word you are putting actively forming the word. Thank you so much. All right. Krisha, will you share the Google feedback form, please?
Yes, sir.
Right. We will see a simple Google feedback form here in the chat box. You can see the link now. Please make it a point to give us a feedback. And I think it is 5:26. We still have time for just one last question. Do we have any question? Shubham,
Excuse me, sir.
yes, please.
Like Shubham sir said, he made a schedule while it was offline. So now everything's online to us. How do you made your schedule during the online classes too? Like you told your whole third year was an online class. Then too, you took so many opportunities. So how did you manage that? What was the schedule? Please tell us.
So for online, nothing got changed basically. If I see in a practical way of thing, during the offline time we used to walk up to the college, but during the online time we do not need to walk up to the college. So I just shifted that college part on an online virtual platform where I also saved time while for traveling. For traveling also you take take out some time for half an hour or 1 hour you need for traveling. So that time also got saved during the offline online time basically. So you have extra 1 hour in your day for your productivity. So use that extra 1 hour. Like that I used to manage.
Okay, I think we can still handle one more question. Do we have any more question here?
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, how to keep us knowledgeable all the time and updated? Please tell us.
How to keep yourself
knowledgeable and updated, up to date all the time.
okay, so knowledgeable and updated in what aspect? About the world aspect or your college aspect? Which one? What kind of knowledge you want to get updated each and every day?
Aspect.
Basically news, right? In world aspect, go for different news channels. Go for BBC, CNBC. Have those have get some subscription of those news channels. Apart from Netflix subscription and Amazon Prime subscription, news channels also give some subscriptions. Okay, go for those subscriptions, and yes, go through the articles that were each and every day posted in the subscription list. But if you download Times of India also, I use Times of India application in my phone. I don't get a newspaper and all. So in Times of India, it's very much simplified. You have categories like world, then India, then you can select another country if you want. Okay. So in that way, another there are some more categories like political, sports, entertainment, like that. And it is very much simplified. In what field you want to get knowledge, you can go to that field and you can read the articles that are uploaded by the Times of India reporters and all. You can get updated about the news in your day-to-day life. So this is how you can get updated every day.
Again here,
And it's a
yeah, thank you very much, Shubham. Again here, I cannot resist interjecting. If you noticed, whoever asked the question, if you noticed, Shubham, when he was talking about his roommates, he did not describe them, hey, he's the funny one, hey, he's the cool one, hey, he's the rich one, and hey, he's from Delhi. No, he said one is an expert in robotics, one is a gold medalist from NIT. That was the way he described them. It is the outlook which helps you grasp a lot of information from the simple things or the people around you. Information always exists around you perennially. Nobody can take it away from you. and everyone else involved here. Thanks a lot. Participants, without you, nothing works. I mean, an event becomes a spectacle because of the spectators. So thanks a lot to you. And of course, Shubham, thank you so much for.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Very soon, hopefully, we are going to meet physically.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you so much. I think we can end the session here. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, guys. Take care.
The LinkedIn ID is in the chat box. Those who are interested can copy it. I'm pausing for 10 seconds for that. Shubham's LinkedIn ID is in chat box.
Okay.
Yes, Maithili.
The LinkedIn ID as well as